Say hello, Sam.
Hello, everybody.
And Dan, the fan of history.
Hej där ute allihop. Jul och nyår är över och vi är inne i 2016 och det kommer bli fantastiskt.
Yay! 2016.
So, you got that part.
I did. I heard that. So, it's another episode of the MagicGatheringStrat Show. What do we have going on?
Best episode ever.
This year. That's right. We're going to party like it's 1999, y'all.
Woohoo.
I'm going to get out my brick cell phone. And I'm
You
going
have a cell phone in 99? Fancy.
I did. And I'm going to listen to some Weezer.
Oh, I still listen to Weezer.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you.
Yeah, I like Weezer.
I like that one album cover.
The one with Hurley on it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. This is some standard Pauper. Our weeks in review. The Pauper Gauntlet.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah. We got some Pauper Gauntlet, y'all. This week in standard Pauper. Oh, wait. Is Reeve Soul still in there in standard Pauper? It might not be. Is it?
Yes.
Reeves, so I'll just gather it real quick.
Yeah, I might need to take that off, that picture. If I can find this picture. I always have to go searching.
Origins.
Yep, okay, good.
Yeah. So another 6 months.
So we're all good there.
9 months even.
Oh, but I'll have to get rid of this one and this one, though. The Hooting Mandrills in a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, what's up there?
Feet of Resistance.
Feet of Resistance. Well, let's look at SPDC 3111 this past Sunday, January 3rd. 14 players, 14 reported. 3-round Swiss top 4 playoff. Hosted by the lovely and talented Roberto Remedio. Bum, 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 bum. All right, in first place we have Green, Black, Red Tokens by the person who kicked my butt the prior week in Standard Pauper. Yeah.
With that deck?
No.
Or?
Okay. It was Spellfished You in the Face deck. Highlands, which is the green-red landfall by Yonderkin. And then SPDC 0301 by Morphling. What the heck is that? It is a Rakdos.
Yeah,
Rakdos. It's the Rakdos deck.
Deck.
Yeah, that's the one. And then Roberto's strangely named Lopan's Personal Guard. Lopan was the guy in... with Jack Burton.
Big Trouble.
Big Trouble.
Little China.
That's the one.
I tried to rewatch that recently, and it was very aged.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one of my favorite movies.
I tried to convince 2 13-year-old boys that was a great movie, and they were like, "Oh, Grandpa, this is not very good."
Yeah, you're an idiot, old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel you.
I love John Carpenter. I think all of his stuff is kind of timeless. I mean, The Thing is amazing. It Lives really good.
Yeah, well, those two are good.
Yeah.
Put on the glasses.
It was not timeless.
What wasn't?
The film.
Oh, yeah. Well, it happens. Well, let's take a look at this Green, Black, Red Tokens. It went 4-1. Got some Altars Reap because you got so many tokens out there. Why not? Blister Pod is one of the best 1-drops we've seen in a while. Bone Splitters and Altars Reap, both sack those things. Call of the Scions, which is the green version of Master's Call. Remember the mirror ones?
Yeah.
But I would say is this better? Or, I don't know. It seems a little better because you can sack them for mana. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's amp on the side, and that's nice.
Yep. Dragon Fodder. We also got Elvish Visionary, which is one I discovered, and I'll get to it on my week, that Elvish Visionary is awesome. It's basically, it should just say a card that's like a sorcery speed, block one creature, draw a card. Because that's what it does. It blocks one thing and draws you a card. Eyeless Watcher makes a whole bunch of tokens. Foul-Tongued Shriek. Oops. Foul-Tongued Shriek. You lose one. They lose one. You gain one for each creature. It's pretty awesome. Girapor makes a nifty little token. Then you got some Hooting Mandrills. I would probably put Gurmag in instead, but that's just me.
Maybe the Trample.
Trample. No, that's pretty good because you can Might of the Masses that Trample and it'd get really big. No, that makes sense.
It's like a form of evasion. It's not bad.
Okay, I gotcha. Impact Tremors, very good in this deck. Might of the Masses, Mortuary Mire for some recursion. Then we have Read the Bones for draw. Teamer Battle Rage, which if you have red in your deck, you should probably put it in there. And
just one?
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, at least you still have to fear it if it's only one.
Oh, that's true, because once you see it, you're thinking about it every single time.
Yeah.
Touch of Moonglove. 2 of, huh? Gives Death Touch. And +1/+0.
That seems really techy.
Yeah.
It's really good against...
My only issue with things like Death Touch as a combat trick is if you have things with some sort of native lure on them. Even the new Menace, to me, would make sense, but I don't see any Menace in here. Because they have to block it with 2.
Right.
And then you're guaranteed to kill them.
I think it's just removal, sacrificing a token, killing something.
Okay. Yeah, that's true too. I think I would probably put more Ultra's Reap in.
Or Bone
I would put
Bone Splitters. Oh yeah, Bone Splitter. Yeah, Angler instead of these two. I agree. They're still 1-drops, right?
Yeah, I have a hard time believing that 4 is the correct number of delve creatures.
Do you think it should be more or less? Like, are you saying
more?
More? Okay. Yeah, I agree.
You're burning through this deck.
Yeah, I like. I'm with you on that. I'd prefer some Gurmag Anglers right here. But it did go 4-1.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter actually ran a deck similar to this in Friday Night Magic this past week.
All right.
But it was, it was a normal standard deck. It basically an upgraded version of the event deck.
Okay.
So that was pretty cool. Okay, another Bone Splitters. Coat with Venom. There's another Death Touch. And then Dark Dabbling. Regenerate target creature, draw a card. Spell Mastery. Also regenerate each other creature you control. Yeah, I can see that working. Especially if you know that if they're playing the oh man, I'm doing terrible on names tonight. The card that does 1 to damage. Barrage of Boulders.
Boiling Earth.
Boiling Earth.
There you go. Duress, Fetid Imp, Fire Impulse. There's another Teamer Battle Rage. Oh, this Revealing Wind is odd. So it's a fog? Huh.
With upside? Question mark?
Yeah. With upside? Not a lot of
Is that the best fog in the format?
Oh god, is it? I don't know. I have not actively sought out to even look at fogs. Oh, geez. Who knows?
Yeah, it would. I would hate that if you attack with Whirlwind Adept and get him to 20 power.
Yeah.
The wind is revealed.
Dun dun dun. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe? That's only going to buy you a turn. I guess maybe if they expended all their resources in one hit, but you're counting on a lot of things coming together to make that work.
Yeah, right. It's best case scenario mentality.
Yeah. I would say you're better off with a Duress or another Teamer Battle Rage, which is kind of where I would go. My go-to would be for that. Oh, but you know what's not on here? Nantuko Husk. Why is Nantuko Husk not in here? Did I miss it?
No, it's not in the deck. This is not built around sacrificing. It's go wide.
Still like Nantuko Husk.
Yeah, you make a bunch of dudes. You get a little extra value off the tremors.
Yeah.
It's not a Husk deck, so that's pretty cool. I mean, it's not bad. Oh, I didn't do standard. Damn it. I'm trying to look up the fogs.
See if there's any fogs prevent combat damage. Alright, well, let's do a little winner's overview. The mana curve. We haven't done this in a while.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. A lot of 1 and 2 drops off pretty severely to get to the Delve creature. But that's a decent curve.
Add them to the 1-drops.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, these guys. So it should be up here. So it's basically a straight angle. Card breakdown, mostly green. A little black, a little red. Okay, now, guys, put on your thinking caps. Here's the opening hand. Jungle Hollow, Mountain, Mortuary Mire, Blister Pod, Might of the Masses, Altar's Reap, Read the Bones. Do you keep it?
Sounds perfect.
Yeah, snap keep.
Snap keep. The only thing I don't like right now...
Hands.
What's that?
I've kept worse hands, happily.
The only thing I don't like is the Might of the Masses here. It just... I mean, this is going to sit for a long time.
Yeah, but you have the card draw to make it count, so...
Yeah, you got Altar's Reap. And the beautiful thing about Blister Pod, like we said earlier, you can Altar's Reap it, and you still have a blocker.
And
yeah, you're drawing a lot of cards here.
Mm-hmm. You want to see what cards you are drawing? Let's take a look. Whoop. Oh my goodness, Hooting Mandrills. Off the top. Call of the Scions. Elvish Visionary. You are drawing all the cards. You are creating lots of tokens. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna like that Might of the Masses.
Yep, that Might of the Masses is good now.
Okay.
Especially with this Hooting Mandrills. What's that?
Vine Snare is the only other fog effect. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn by creatures with power 4 or less.
Yikes.
It's from Origins for 2 and a green.
Yeah, that Revealing Winds is the better fog.
It is definitely the best fog in the format.
Oh my gosh, that is awful.
Yeah, it's horrid.
A 3-mana fog.
Conditional
fog.
Why?
Wow.
Why even print that? Like, that has never seen play ever in any format.
I wish that Moto was tied to Gatherer somehow, that you could go to Gatherer and see how many decks that have actually competed in any event have run that. And I would include limited, because I'm going to guess that number is real low.
I mean, you have to figure that's like, you just put that into your book bag and you just don't even look at it. Like, that's not ever going to come out of the side. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's so bad.
And
oh, also, one of my favorite plays is when you sack something that gives you tokens, like that Eyeless Watcher, and then you Mortuary Mire it back and get more tokens.
feels like unearthing a chittering rat a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not on the same power level, but pretty damn close.
It's beautiful. That was the basis of the deck I played in the in the Standard Pauper thing. So this is a very similar idea.
Did Obson talk about that on the show, or was it later last week when you capsize Mortuary Mire to never deck?
Oh, so that you're always putting something back on the thing. Wow. Yeah. No, that's pretty hot tech.
Yeah,
that's
really
a play good for Rhystic Tron. So when you draw your entire deck, then you can just capsize Mortuary Mire and stay in the game.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Just pray they don't counter it.
True, but you have counterspells yourself.
Oh,
so
that's true too. That is cool. Oh, and then you can keep Mortuary Miring your what's that wizard that gets you back a spell?
Archaeomancer. Yeah,
yes.
I don't think he fit into the deck. You couldn't make room for the Archaeomancer.
Man, because you could Archaeomancer back a counter spell, and then dude, that would be so wow. Crazy. Anyway. Alright. Nope. MPDC. We miss you, MPDC. We have a winner's circle that's blank.
No.
I know. Alright. Samalama? What's up with you?
Not much.
Alright, moving on. No.
Playing a lot of video games, not much Magic. Really interested in the spoilers as they come out. Feeling really wildly all over the place about Oath. It seems like it's pulling in a lot of really strange directions.
Yes, especially that team. Okay, so Wizards gets rid of Two-Headed Giant on Moto, then immediately has a pre-release that's going to be Two-Headed Giant.
It's really strange. And I know it probably wasn't feasible to even plan to do a Two-Headed Giant pre-release on MTGO.
That'd be
but
awesome.
I like how they made Surge so you could play it as a single player. But because I don't play multiplayer formats if I can avoid it. But it's weird. It's just weird that they made a lot of the design decisions going into the small set, the finishing of the block and all of that. Why didn't they do it from the very beginning, especially with wastes and stuff like that? Mm-hmm. And they're designing really strange cards, or they've designed really strange cards because this set was designed a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, or whatever. So I don't know. I think we're gonna get the full spoiler will be not this weekend, next weekend. No, the pre-release is next weekend. Mm-hmm. So we'll get the full spoiler on Friday. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a weird looking set. So
yep.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing else really going on. So yeah, that was my week. Over to you.
Uh-oh.
What's wrong?
My computer froze.
Oh no.
Oh damn.
I can still hear you.
Oh no.
Hold on. I'm going to pause the broadcast.
Snow right now.
Snow?
Yeah, I'm going to have to shovel today.
Oh my gosh. We had a lot of tornadoes a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, that would clear up the snow.
It would. It would.
Or at least redistribute it.
Yes. There you go. That's more like it. All right, Dan, what is up with you?
Well, I've been playing the Pauper Gauntlet. And I managed to get another win in the double league, playing against Dr. Chris Baker.
Whoa. Good job, Dan.
Yeah, and I made some horrible play mistakes, but still the Iset Prowess deck is just too much. So he was like beating me down, and I was, oh no, and then I just hit him for 20 with the Whirlwind Adept.
And that's what you were alluding to earlier?
Yeah.
If you hit you with 20. Aha, then my secret fog tech.
Yeah, Whirlwind Adept was the key card to that match. I also managed to stupidly challenge my sponsor, the MTGO Tickets. Their CEO, he was playing a new modern deck, and it was a control deck.
Yeah.
And I was like, control is dead in modern. And he was like, oh no, it isn't. But and then he claimed that he had a good Tron matchup. I was like, no, you don't. So we are playing today.
Oh wow, look at you.
Yeah, so that will be on the channel later.
Yeah, I'm just glad you're biting the hand that feeds. That's pretty good.
Yeah. It was interesting.
Awesome. All right. Well, I guess let's talk about me. Yay. Interestingly enough, and for the few people that are watching, I was interviewed for dailymtg.com. Woohoo!
That's super cool.
Yes, and the article will be out next Monday. Megan from Magic the Amateuring is writing the article. She did the interview, so
that's a great podcast, by the way.
Oh yeah, it's hella fun. If you have any kind of sense of humor, it's good stuff. It really is. So, what
did you talk about?
Oh, it was about going to it was about traditions. Start off about traditions with pre-releases. So she's doing the pre-release article this time around.
All right.
And I said, well, I kind of tweeted at her. I said, I guess it's a tradition now, but since Avacyn Restored, well, I guess I said Ravnica, but it was actually Avacyn Restored. I've been taking my daughter to pre-release. Like, we've only missed one because we were out of country. And so we've had a pretty good record, and so that's kind of been our tradition. Just she and I always go to the pre-releases. We don't always make F&M. We don't always go to game day, that kind of thing, but we always go to pre-release.
How old was Cameron at Avacyn Restored? Like 11?
Jeez. Yeah. I think she might have been either 11 or 10.
Cool.
And I told her not to tell anybody her age because it said because the package says for 13 and up. I didn't know if they were actually going to care or not. But then I get there and there's like 8-year-olds. So this 8-year-old goes, I'm going to murder your creature. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great.
I serve the demon Griselbrand.
Right, exactly.
You were like, easy wins. Ooh.
Easy wins. I don't think I want anything that pre-release. I had just gotten back into the game again. Paper.
You were crushed by 8-year-olds playing as blue-green.
Blue-green?
Yeah, that was the color combination in Avacyn Restored.
Yeah. Mist Ravens and crazy green creatures. Oh man, blue-green was the bomb.
Well, so that article is coming out. We talked about just different things, but just kind of gave a rundown. Went to F&M this week because she said, oh, do you have a picture I can use? And I said, no, I don't. I have no pictures of Cameron and I at any pre-release at all, or any Magic event. I just don't think about that. Even the event that I recorded and is on our channel, there's nothing with her and I in it at the same time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, oh, so we went to F&M, and then we took a picture while we were there. We played. This Friday was Cameron's birthday, so she got a free pack. at Insane Comics in the Colony. That's pretty cool. And she played an upgraded version of the event deck, so it was like a blue-black Sacrifice, Nentuko Husk, Zulapor Cutthroat, Gain Life, Drain Life, use Rogue's Passage to get big things in.
Cool.
Yep. And I played Bava's Standard Elves deck, which you can also find on this channel. So Coco Elves in Standard. Green-black. So that was fun. I went 2-2. I felt that I probably should have gone 3-1, but having to mulligan to 5 because of no land, and then getting stuck on 1 land, game 3 of your match 4, not good news. Not good news at all. So I did nothing and just let him beat me in that last game of the match. So that was a low point in my week. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. Had good times. Oh, Redbubble still out there. Haven't gotten a report back from Baba yet, but at this point it's probably no news is good news. He was pretty quick to tell us when we had problems with the other place. So all right, Dan. Oh wait, I want to show you. This is the deck I ran real quick. Beast Caller, Deadbridge Shaman, Dwynen's Elite, Dwynen Guiltleaf Dane, Elvish Visionary, Nara Root, Leaf Gilder, Shaman of the Pack, Sylvan Messenger. I gotta say, Sylvan Messenger and Dwynen were often like I didn't want to see them. They just cost too much. And especially when you're running Collected Company, you would think with the 30 some odd creatures that I have, most of which there's 2, 6, 10 of the 35 creatures I think that's there, are 3 mana or less. But so often I would get, like a Elvish Visionary, Gnarroot Tapper, and then Dwynen and Sylvan Messenger, and I would have to put those on the bottom all the time. Dwynen's good because it pumps all your elves, but I may have been better with something else. Temur Sabertooth is real hot because you can use that to bounce your Shaman of the Pack and then recast it. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's awesome. Collected Company is a completely fair card.
Said nobody ever.
Right. Look at the top 6. Put 2 of whatever you want of casting cost 3 or less on the battlefield. Yay. Here's the sideboard. Another one of these guys, because sometimes you need mana, and many times I did. Duress. Feed the Clan, which I didn't really ever need this because there was no one that fast aggro. And no rhinos, so I didn't bring in Self-Inflicted Wound. Like, no one was playing a rhino. Isn't that weird?
It is weird. They're pretty cheap in paper, too.
Yeah, they're not bad now. It's like $3 or $4. That ain't bad for a useful rare. So anyway, that's me. Dan?
Yes.
The Pauper Gauntlet.
Yeah, the Pauper Gauntlet is picking up again. We are in round 3.
Woohoo!
And this is in the tournament practice room. It is single elimination, so loss means death unless you are voted back after round 4. But there will be many decks eligible to get vote back. So you can't trust on. You can't sort of believe that you will be voted back. So now I mixed up the matches I played last week, so I'm gonna go through them as well because they weren't too many because of Christmas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we can start with Ragtron. Defeated Angler Delver 2-0.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good match.
Turns out that Fangrum Marauders are pretty broken.
Pretty good cards, right?
Take a swing from Gurmag Angler, sacrifice an artifact, hit you for 5. So don't trade them for Gurmag Anglers.
Right. So you just sacrifice something, and that damage the Gurmag did all just magically goes away.
Yeah, and once again, I believe that the difference between the Just for Fun room and the tournament practice room is not that great, because I run into some really, really rogue decks this round.
Yeah.
So it's just a percentage play that you are somewhat less likely to run into the super rogue decks. But with green ramp land destruction, I ran into ninjutsu reality acid.
That was the strangest deck I've seen in a long time. So that was really fun. That was a good match.
You could have those insane value plays that, like, Core Skyfisher gets ninja'd, and then you replay Core Skyfisher taking back a reality acid. But that doesn't work without lands.
Nope. You need lands to make all that stuff happen.
Yeah, and the land destruction decks are having a hard time in the Gauntlet. But not this one. There were, as I said before, I think 5 land destruction decks in the Gauntlet.
Yep.
And I seem to have a thing for that. But they have a new problem this year, and it's Gurmagangler. So getting a 5/5 for 1 mana is not what you want to see when you play land destruction.
Right.
Especially if you're fueling it.
Right, you're fueling the Gurmag Angler.
Yeah. I managed to get a turn 2 kill.
That was awesome.
With Infect in the very first duel. And that, I think, will be the most popular video for this Gauntlet.
It's all like Invigorate wasn't banned anymore.
It was like Glistener Elf and double... Now I forget the name.
It's Mutagenic Growth.
1 Mutagenic Growth and 2...
Groundswell?
Yeah, 2 Groundswells. For 11 poison, round 2.
I tweeted that out on my personal account, the turn 2 kill. And then Chris Weaver tweeted back at me and goes, "Oh, I guess we should ban Mutagenic Growth." I was like, Chris, I get it. You don't. Your answer to Cloud of Fairies is we should never ban it. We should just learn to play better or learn to play Delver. That's not how bannings work.
I think the guy played an Evolving Wilds on his turn 1, so he was pretty much...
oh, yeah.
didn't have a chance.
No.
But actually the second win in that... I won 2-1 in the match. And the second win was much more interesting. Because I got totally... Yeah, it was a grindy Infect victory. And they do exist.
Well, I mean, this one guy brewed this deck. It was called Wolf Control.
Yeah.
Very mid-range Infect deck.
And actually, back in the days of Invigorate, I can't tell you how many grindy Infect victories I got. It was like,
really?
Yeah, Infect is capable of some grindy victories.
Well, I guess since it gives their creatures, if you do block, a -1/-1 counter.
Yeah, Blight Mamba can keep the ground stalled for days.
I didn't think about that.
But this is a 12 creature Infect deck, which I really don't like. So it has no Rotwolves, no 3 casting cost guys, no Corpse Curse, nothing like that. But it could still grind out a win. Oh, and then we had Mono Red Heroic, which managed to run over Yund Dredge. Green one took on a Simic Explore deck, very rogue as well, and won 2-0.
Right. Oh, one note about that Mono Red Heroic deck. I thought it was funny when the guy says, "Everybody remember, put Mono Red Heroic in your sideboard."
Yeah. Yeah, that was funny.
That was good stuff right there.
I played against people who know what I'm doing a lot this round. It's like, oh, I'm on the Gauntlet.
Oh, yeah. Man, but our views are through the roof, though.
Yeah, this is by far the most popular Gauntlet.
Yeah. It's crazy.
And then I played Goblins against another rogue deck, Rakdos Reanimator. That's... you don't want to run into Goblins when you're trying to do that. And he never got a good exhume. What was that?
You don't want to dirtle against goblins. You just don't.
Especially this goblin build, as it has, like, no subtlety to it. It's just attack, attack, attack. I'm not going to sacrifice my dudes to give pluses and stuff. I'm just going to attack.
Yeah, just going to attack. Screw sacrifice.
Yeah, screw any defense. It's like, attack. And then I ran into another Gauntlet fan who managed to out-resource Exhume Control horribly with Pig Trinket.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a Pig Trinket list that featured a lot of Bayuka Bogs and Nihil Spell Bombs.
His first words of the match were like, "Oh, is this the Gauntlet?" And you were like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Let's see what deck I can knock out." I was like, "No, come on."
Yeah.
No, don't do it.
Cool. So that was pretty fun.
But I do think that the most common deck I'm playing against is Angler Delver.
Yeah.
This year. And 5-color green is another victim of Angler Delver. I was dawdling around while there were fast Gurmag anglers.
Well, at least it was still in when the music video went up.
5-color green is always in our hearts. And then somebody said, well, I have a much better build for this deck. And I was like, that's very likely because this deck is like 3 years old and should be dead.
I just straight up just submitted the one from last year. I was like, this is a work of art.
And it has never been changed in any way. So it is the Shift 4 list from that daily back in 2012.
I mean, it's still an awesome deck. It just hasn't aged very well.
Yeah, it's like this Shannon Fireball guy who got a week-long interest in Pauper, and then he was like, haha, look at this.
And that was it. It was over.
It is a work of art, though. As is Death Control, the creatureless mono-black control deck, who went to new levels of clarity by defeating an Eye Candy deck or Delver Fiend deck with a big control element in it. So Death Control is in round 4. Another very lopsided match was Bugs and Pigs playing double life staffs against a red deck wins.
That guy had to have been disappointed with his life.
Yeah, and he quit quite early.
Yeah.
I know I talked about these two matches last week. Affinity lost to Demir Teachings, and Burn defeated Azorius Kitty.
Yeah, the Azorius Kitty guy just kept wrecking. Had he just had a little bit of life game, he could have stayed in it, but...
Yeah, and I think that's a super hard matchup for Burn. Yeah, Azorius Kitty is supposed to win.
And the Affinity build was really strange, because why would you pitch Flings from the deck?
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird.
The plan was to be a bit faster. It's been a theme with Affinity all the time. You've seen these Affinity decks that are just faster and gives up the fling kill, but I think it's a mistake.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would keep it in but that's just me. I did not submit the decks. These are not me playing them, but I still think Fling is just too strong. Yeah.
There were some other matches talked about last week. I should mention Black Auramancer, the Pauper Rogue Cup champion, had a pretty epic battle with Mono Black Control. And out-resourced it with the awesome Auramancer interactions. So it turns out that if you can 2-for-1 Mono Black Control better than they can 2-for-1 you win.
Seems like a solid plan.
Yeah, and then we have a couple of matches after. I write a summary of the Gauntlet every Sunday, then we do this on Tuesdays, so some matches managed to be played in between. And those were, looking desperately at the list, Suicide Black. Did you watch that?
That was an amazing match because he, like, after the first game, he was like, "Are you sure you want to be playing that?"
Oh, I know. And he was like, "Hey, dude, your deck looks really old school." What's kind of funny is you answered it honestly, but in hindsight, it looks like you're being a dick.
Yeah, I was like, I agree.
I know. I don't know how this is
I
going to
hate
work.
this deck. Take it away. No, I don't hate any deck, but I was pretty skeptical to Suicide Black. But you guys voted it in, and here it is, and it's in round 4.
Something went right.
Yes. And then we had some matches on the reserve channel. We had Turbo So playing against Goblins.
Playing against Quitter Face.
Oh,
Quitter,
yeah.
insane.
420 Blaze It XX. It's like, children, let's think it better.
You think he was high?
You can do better.
I mean, I don't think Magic players sit and play MTGO and smoke pot. No.
There's no one that does that.
No.
I've never heard.
I remember when I was playing poker, and a very common trick. I didn't play the big multi-table tournaments, but they take a very long time. And if you're a multi-table tournament grinder in poker, you have this enormous variance.
Yeah.
You have like streaks of months where you just lose money.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to play. So your sessions have to be very long because you want to play like at least 6 tournaments at a time, and they take a long time. And the big trick that was used was weed.
Really?
Yeah, as it turned out, you could endure the boredom because it is boring. Maybe your play session is 12 hours, and
Yeah.
it's exciting for like 1 minute at a time every 20 minutes or something.
Wow.
So to handle the boredom, people were smoking weed.
That's crazy.
So that was, that was very common in the multi-table tournament poker circuit online. Luckily, I was playing sit and goes, which are much more exciting.
Ah, okay.
That's the Pauper Gauntlet. I played a couple more. They are coming. I will be posting at least or one a day on the main channel for at least until March, and then the rest on the reserve channel. Right now, it's looking like round 3 will finish on January the 19th,
Mm-hmm.
and round 4 will finish on the 7th of February. And that's when the vote back starts, and it will last for a week.
Okay.
Everybody gets to vote for 3 decks, and 3 decks will make it back. So that's a difference from last year when you only got 1 vote. But it seemed natural that you would get to vote for 3 decks, and 3 decks would make it back.
Sounds good to me.
And then then we are in the mid game of the gauntlet, starting February 14th.
Dun, dun, dun.
So we have a couple months left at least.
Right. No. This is going to
If
go
we
on
want
for
to
a
go
while.
really long term here, I have a preliminary starting date for the season 4 of the Pauper Gauntlet.
Oh my gosh, already?
Yes, that is if the Patreon is big enough and I can get a sponsor. But the preliminary starting date for season 4 is Sunday, December 4th, 2016.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And that's mainly because of the November weather is crazy in Sweden. So I had a lot of good opportunities for biking in November, which I did not expect this season.
Okay.
And I think that will make round 1 last of the holidays probably. So, and make round 1 less of It'll make the holidays less of a disturbance than they were this year.
I gotcha. Okay. Well, that's... Wow, not even done with this, and we're starting to talk about the next one. 2016.
Yeah, we have plenty of time left in this one.
Yeah.
I hope to make the rounds weekly as fast as possible after February the 14th.
That'll be cool. Valentine's
And it will
Day.
be bi-weekly at the longest.
Okay.
And after February 14th, I will start asking you for who will win.
Okay, that's cool. Then we'll have to be on our toes.
Mardu Kitty.
Mardu Kitty. That's not a bad one.
Really calling it.
And maybe this is the time I should mention that a lot of the decks are still unpicked, and we're giving away $100 in bot credit on MTG tickets to the winning champion. And to be the champion, you just have to go to the deck list article and say that you claim a certain deck. And if you're the first one to claim the deck, you're the champion of that deck. It doesn't cost you anything. You can win $100.
That's crazy, y'all. That's money sitting out there that you have not tried for.
Yeah, and some decks that look super strong are still unpicked.
Wow. All right. Well, I guess that's all we got right now. Is that all for the gauntlet, Dan?
I think so. I'm getting into the groove now.
Nice.
It's I've tried all the decks. They're all built. Now it's just grind.
Grind indeed.
I'm really getting convinced that I should play the winning decks in round 2, because when I picked up the decks that won in round 1, I'm like, oh, what's this deck? I almost don't remember it. Especially the ones that got quitter wins in
that's right.
round 1. They are very untested at this point.
Just do a funsies in round 2. Basically, if they won round 1. Okay.
And then I could go really crazy when there's nothing on the line.
It's true. Well, that's cool, man. All right, for everybody out there in YouTube land and on whatever feed you receive the audio from, MagicGatheringStrat.com or YouTube/MagicGatheringStrat. We would love for you to subscribe, like, share, do all of them things. Patreon.com/MagicGatheringStrat. If you enjoy this content, please consider supporting us there. Pauper Gauntlet's made possible by such Patreon contributions. Twitter @MagicGathStrat. If you want to follow me, I'm @Cerulean Says Hi. Sam is @SPO7677. And Dan is @Dan Horning. Facebook.com/MagicGatheringStrat. Again, we'd appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe to us. Also on iTunes, go out there and give us a review. Download it. Listen to it. It's great to have while you're driving. So, for this week, I am Brennon.
I'm Sam.
And I'm Dan.
And this has been the Magic Gathering Strat Show.
Pauper Gauntlet podcast.